What's up, Club 100? What is going on for you guys Monday? How many of you guys have a case of the Mondays? How many of you guys are sad that it's Monday? If you're a business owner, you shouldn't be. And if you're a business owner, you should be open every day. There should be no such thing as holidays. The only holiday I usually take off is Thanksgiving and Christmas. Every other holiday, I have some kind of promotion contest or something going on because that's how business works. So anyways, give you guys some heads up for you guys that are brand new. Welcome to the club. We have live meetings once a month, usually in Naperville or Aurora area, because that's where I'm at. I'm in Naperville. So if you're in Club 100 and you have not been to a Club 100 mastermind, don't miss this next one because we're going to talk everything and anything that we can discuss about building $1 million business. For some of you that don't know me, I haven't had a job since I was 21. I've only been in business since the age of 21. I'm 41 now, so that's 20 years of being an entrepreneur. I've done everything from building candy machines. I've had websites. I've ran sales teams selling fire extinguishers. I've done seminars. I've done workshops. You guys name it. I've done every business you can think of. I've tried them all because I wanted to, because I'm an entrepreneur. And usually the reason why I kept switching businesses wasn't because of money. It was mainly because I wanted to create businesses that take less of my time. What's up, Courtney? Take less of my time and make either the same amount of money or more, which we're going to talk a little bit about on this video. So for you guys that have not came out yet and you ladies that have not came out yet, come to the one on the 18th. It's next Wednesday. It's from 7 to 9 p.m. One thing I've learned a long time ago, if athletes spend most of their time, 90% of their time working their craft and only 10% of the time on the field, then why do business owners don't do the same? You should be reading, you should be watching videos, and I'm not talking about motivational videos, I'm not talking about that kind of stuff and getting your mind right. You definitely need that, but watching videos on how to create systems for your business because that's what's missing, right? And if you know what the word system means, is save yourself time, energy, and money. And for most people that kind of put me in the category of marketing and advertisement, I think I'm more of a strategist. I take a look at a person's business and I say, man, why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? We can make this much faster. You could be using this tool so that it'd be a lot easier for your business, right? Because at the end of the day, the only thing we have so much of is time. So time is way more valuable when it comes to a business owner. And the reason why most business owners never make it to that six-figure mark because they're the only ones doing the business. So two quotes that have got me kicked out of many groups, but also has had people leave this group, Club 100, was this quote right here. If you're not making $100,000 a year in your business, you have a hobby. And if you're not making $1 million a year in your business, you have a job. And what does that mean? Which means that $100,000 is not the end all. But if you're making $100,000 a year, that's $8,000 a month. That's $2,000 a week. Most families can get by on that. I call them the travel people. And what I mean by that is that you make enough money to go travel, but that's about it. But you want to make money that makes you untouchable. You want to make money that's going to put you in a category where you don't have to worry about ATM fees. You don't have to worry about what prices for gas. I remember someone on my team, they were so cheap, they would drive to another gas station to save 1 cent, 2 cents on the gas. And I said, okay, that you really just saved yourself about 20 cents because if you think about it in a nutshell, you're only saving 1 cent a gallon. The average car probably puts like 20, 30 gallons in your car. What did you really save? See, it's all a mindset. You have to start learning that if I don't create systems for this business that I have, and if I don't try to figure out how to build this business from just without my efforts, then you are going to be working until you're 87 years old. I'm going to say that again. You're going to be working until your ass is dead because you have not thought about it that far. And it's okay because most business owners don't. Most business owners start a company because they want to make some money, right? What's up, Jennifer? But here's the thing. You were supposed to start the business so you can be free, right? You were supposed to start the business so you can be free. And I'm sorry, but you have to make millions of dollars to be free. Let's be honest. Come on, who can agree with that? You could have a decent life making $100,000 a year for sure, right? The most I ever made with another company was 300 grand a year. But even then, right? Even then, that's still for me for the lifestyle that I have and the lifestyle that I desire, that's not going to cut it, right? And for some of you guys that are in the group and some of you guys that are part of or have a business, you've given up that you could do anything more than where you're at currently. You're kind of like at a ceiling. So like yesterday I was talking to my brother and he works for a plumbing company and of course the guy owns the business. And we were talking about, he's like, hey, would you do advertisement for my boss? And if you did, what would you do? And I kind of broke down a couple of things. But at the end of the day, what I was trying to teach my brother is that it seems to me that the guy that you're working for, he's probably making about $2 million, $5 million a year, which is a lot of money. He's probably taking home about 100 to 200K for himself. but he's at a cap. And when I said that, he agreed completely. He's like, yeah, we're at a cap. He's kind of like, you're stuck at whatever that dollar amount is, how much you're making. You're stuck at that because you haven't created any kind of system or advertisement to actually bring in more business. And even if you were able to bring in more business, you probably can't handle it. So remember this quote, and this is going to be what we're going to talk about on the 18th. Sell to survive, recruit to retire. I'm going to say that again. Most business owners are selling to survive when you have to recruit to retire. Because if you don't find a way to take your business to a level where you can retire from it or that it can work without you, then you are going to have a job for the rest of your life, right? You're going to have a job for the rest of your life because you basically have to be there. You can't go on vacations, and if you do, you come back with a lot more problems than when you started with. A true business is something that you can leave and come back and it's doing either the same or better because you've created enough system to do that. So what I want to talk a little bit about on this video is advertisement, because I think most of you guys don't understand. Like my first business in 2001, my very first business, where I had an office space and I put an ad in the newspaper and I recruited people and they would come in for interviews and I would recruit about 75% of the people that showed up. And then out of those people, I'd have them come back to a training and they would pay for a training kit. And then after they would come back through training, then I would teach them how to sell and how to go out and make sales. So it was a lot of turnover because most people are afraid of selling. Most people are afraid to get into the sales business. But it's really the way you got to look at it. You either work for money, which pays you an hourly to be there, or you make money, which is unlimited. So you're either working for money right now or you're making money, right? And there's a difference. Now, most business owners, they're working for money. So we'll use like girls that are in like a hairdresser or somebody that does nails for a living or somebody that's like a makeup artist, those kind of businesses. The problem with those businesses is there's nothing wrong with them. They're great. You're making money, but you're limited to how much income you can make because you're the one doing all the work. And if you're the one doing all the work, well, then you're always going to be the one doing all the work, right? And for some business owners, they just don't know how to recruit. And I think that has a lot to do with they have a lack of leadership. So like the first thing that I did when I started my first business is I looked for every book known to man on leadership because I knew that in order for me to build a business, I have to be a great leader. I have to be the person that's setting the vision and getting everybody in line with that vision. I have to be the one that's creating the systems. I got to be the one creating or hiring the right people. I got to be the one out in the field talking to people. I'm the brains, the heart, the everything of the operation. And until I take accountability for that, you're always going to stay limited and stay small, right? That's how it's going to be in your business. So the reason why people were offended by my quote, if you're not making $100,000 a year, that you have a hobby, because statistics show me that average business owner only makes $35,000 take home. I was making more than that at 19 as a grocery manager for Whole Foods Market, right? If you're a business owner and you're only making $35,000 to $40,000 a year, then what is the point? You might as well go get a job and not have to deal with all the headaches and deal with all the drama and all the marketing and the advertisement. Now, with the first business I ever started in 2001, I was 21 years old. I spent $1,500 a month, $1,500 a month just on advertisement. And what that $1,500 did for me, I was in the Chicago Tribune, I was in the Chicago Sun-Times. But before that, I was in. I started my first business in Houston, so I was in their businesses, which was like the Green Sheet and the Houston Chronicle. That was the newspapers out there. We spent $1,500 a month. We get about an average about 150 calls a week, and then out of those 150 calls, we get about 25 to 30 or 20 to 30 people to show up, and then you guys know the rest. I don't have to go into detail with the rest. Point being is, why would we be willing to spend $1,500 a month on advertising? Because it was bringing us qualified people that we could weed through versus what most people do in business. They're just taking on everybody and anybody. There's not really any kind of qualification process. You're just letting anybody to come to you and as many people that you can to talk to you. But a lot of times you're wasting time with people that don't want to buy from you anyways, right? So no matter what business you're in, like, well, Jennifer that's on the live right now, you know, we're talking about her real estate, and she has the real estate business, and you got the medical business. And I've been pushing her to do the real estate business because one transaction makes you way more money than all the work and effort you put in it. Because at the end of the day, what we're trying to figure out is, as a business owner, is how to manage our time. That's going to be a second thing that we're talking about on the 18th, is how to have more time management, because that's where business owners lack. They're doing everything. They're making all the phone calls. They're actually doing the work. They're doing the advertisement. They're doing the promotions on social media. They're doing like freaking everything. And that's the reason why they can't grow, because they're only limited to the time and effort that they can put on their own. That's why you have to learn how to start looking how to outsource, and you got to look for things that can help you make your business more productive, more systematic, and something that you can have just on auto, right? Versus you trying to figure it all out on your own and you're trying to every day grind and hustle. And there's a lot of business owners out there that are proud to be grinding and hustling. See, me not. I'm tired of grinding and hustling. I've done that, right? I've done the 80-hour work weeks. And, there's a great quote for entrepreneurs. We work 80 hours a week so we never have to work 40 for somebody else. We're willing to do all those hours because we want freedom. If you're a true entrepreneur, you're looking for freedom. The money comes as a result, and the money you need in order to have that freedom. So it doesn't matter what you say. If you're not making the big bucks, you're never going to have freedom. You're always going to be stuck to the hourly rate or to the dollar amount that you currently make, because you're not even trying to do anything to make it better. You're not trying to do anything to make it grow. You're kind of just being lazy. In all honesty, you don't want to have to think about it, right? And for me, when I actually had my own company and I actually doing the same thing with the fire extinguishers, when I was working for another guy, I made $300,000 helping him build a multi-million-dollar business with sales teams and whatnot. When I had my own group, finally I left him, started my own company. We were spending about $10,000 to $15,000 a month on advertising. Now, it wasn't all just through our company. Every person that had their own office had to pay their own advertisement. So, but either way, think of it. Think about what I just said. $15,000 to $20,000 in advertisement, and we were willing to spend it every single month. And the one thing that we were worried about is getting our ad pulled, because if our ad got taken down for any reason or something happened, then that's the whole business, right? That's the whole business model. For most business owners, they're not even doing that. They're not even relying on an advertisement. They're just out there talking to people, right? Cold calling, cold prospecting, meeting people, networking, which is fine. Do that. The only problem is it's so time consuming. This is the reason why I do Facebook advertising. This is the reason why I do advertisement at all, because at least with an ad, we can target and bring the people to us versus us having to go run around looking for them, right? It's just a lot less time. Yes, you got to pay for it, but either you're paying for it in money or you're paying for it in time, and it doesn't really matter, because I'd rather have my time and pay that. Kind of like, give you an example. Why do I get my clothes dry cleaned? Because you know how long it would take for me to wash the shirts? Then I got to dry the shirts. Then I got to take all the shirts out and iron each one. That would take me like 5-6 hours of my day. Why not just take it to the dry cleaners, spend $20-$30 on the shirts, and bam, it's done. I never got to do it again. Same thing why I would used to drive when I used to travel a lot. I did first class. It wasn't because I was trying to show off, but because in first one on the plane, and you're the first one off the plane, which means I just saved myself about an hour because I don't have to wait while everybody's moving their booty cheeks and trying to get their freaking their luggage and whatnot. Like, at the end of the day, time is king. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to figure out how I can make the same amount of money in less time or more money in the same time. Either way, both strategies is making more money, because you can only do so much by yourself. That is the facts. That's the way that it works. There's nothing that you can do. And for most business owners, they spend most of their time looking for clients, talking to clients, or chasing down customers. That's what most of their day is, because they got to keep it flowing. They're kind of in a position where they're just hunting, killing, eating, and guess what? They got to go hunt, kill, and eat again. And you're going to keep doing that cycle until you finally snap out of it and say, you know what, man, there has to be an easier way. So like when I first started this business, when I first started the seminar business, and I was trying to get people out and I was trying to find clients, a lot of what I was doing was going to networking events. I was meeting people. It was a lot of coffee shop meetings, a lot of bullshit, a lot of people that said they wanted to learn about more what I did. And then when I got them into a table with some coffee, they didn't want it, because I was chasing after people that didn't want to buy from me anyways. And then I thought to myself, why keep doing meetings? Why not just promote a seminar where I can fill a room of 30, 50 people, right? Say the same thing I was going to say to each one individually, and just sell everybody at one time versus one at a time, and then now sell in groups at the stage, right? That's kind of how I got into that business, because at everything I do is I'm trying to figure out a strategy. I'm trying to figure out a way to make the business easier. So if you're a client of mine, and congratulations to my new clients, congratulations to the new Club 100 members that are official, congratulations to the club members that are that are elite, that we're just going to be talking about advertisement, because I don't care who you guys are. Every expert in the world, every business in the world, I mean, you see every commercial that has us knowing what McDonald's is, that has us know who Mickey Mouse is, that has us know what TV show to watch tonight. All they do is spend millions and millions of dollars on advertisement. Now, you don't have millions of dollars to spend on advertisement, but you do got 100. You do got 500, you do got 1,000. And why is that important? Because you're spending all the money on the wrong things when you should be spending the money on systems, advertisement, anything that's going to bring you a flow of people, so then you can kind of be a little iffy with your leads and say, you know what, I don't have to prospect and sell every single person that I talk to, because a lot of times I don't want to work with that person, right? I don't need them. There's a such thing as bad business, right? For every business person that owns a store, your whole goal in life is to get people to come to the store, to create traffic. Well, it's the same thing online. You just have to create traffic. And here's the problem. Some of you have traffic. Some of you do got attention online, but you're not capturing that traffic. You're not doing anything with all that traffic. You're not finding a way to put them in some kind of marketing funnel, or you're not finding a way to get them to sign up for something so that you can follow up with them and offer them a solution to their problem. Most of what you're doing is just talking online, hoping somebody will see you, hoping somebody will want to do business with you. And if you guys are doing that, you have a long journey, and hopefully you figure it out within a year, versus for some people, business owners I met, doing it 6, 7 years, 9 years, and they're at the same place where they're at when I seen them years ago, right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter if you own a store and you get traffic to one store. That store is only limited to how much money that store can make, right? There's only so many customers you can serve. There's only so much advertising you can do. There's only so much you can do for one location. So if you're a business owner and you're not already thinking about location number 2 and 3, then again, you're doing this for a job. You're not doing this for freedom. Freedom is $1 million, baby. If you're not pulling in, or at least figuring out, or your whole life and business is trying to get to the $1 million mark, then you're really not doing a business. You really have a job, which I guess is a lot better than actually having a real job, because you work for yourself. But then again, you work for yourself, which is the most insane person in the world. Facts or not? So, hope you guys got something mentally from this video. Hope you guys, if you have not yet, asked more about what is Club 100, how does it work, how does the elite work, how do I get into advertisement? Joe, what does advertisement look like? If you haven't thought about that, do that. If you guys have not been to one of our Club 100 masterminds, you're insane, because it's a bunch of business owners that come together. We all have different businesses. We all talk about things we do, and I guarantee, when you start hearing other people come up with ideas and solutions for their own business, you kind of say to yourself, man, I should be doing that for mine. Why am I not? So that's how we learn from each other. If you guys think about it, the banks, either was the banks that took the idea from fast food restaurants to have tellers, or the little boat tellers, or it was the fast food industry that stole from the banks and said, wow, if you could do banking, why can't you do food? Or it was the other way around. And I'll find out for you guys to know the real answer to that. But either way, every business owner, every business entrepreneur learns from other industries and says, hey, how can we put that into our business? How can we make that work for us, right? So I hope you guys learn from this. Like I said, man, if you're doing the business, if you're not making 100K, I'm sorry, you have a hobby. And if you're not making $1 million, baby, you have a job. Talk to y'all later.